All right, y'all, I'm going to end this episode like I always do. Showing love and shouting out. And today, I want to shout out me. As I told y'all, this is episode 200 of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. As I told y'all before, I am the hardest working man in all of business. Okay? In all of business. 200 episodes of this shit. So I had to come on here, I had to produce the show, figure out what I'm gonna talk about, make sure I watch and research what the fuck I'm gonna talk about. You feel me? Come on here and film it, be the talent. You know what I'm talking about? Then edit the shit, publish it, come up with the thumbnails, come up with the title, come up with the metadata, excuse me, that I'm gonna put in there. Shit hard, man. Then do it all again. Doing that while doing all the other shit I'm doing with my biz, with this particular business, with my short videos, that's really driving the success of my company right now. Okay. As it stands right now, I'm sitting at 58.6 thousand followers on Instagram. That's mostly because of my reels, those short form videos. I've reached 1.7 million accounts in the last 30 days over there. Another viral video going at the moment. Facebook exploding. I'm up to over 11,000 followers over there. Threads doing well in terms of followers, but I think that's just because a lot of the folks who are on Instagram, it you can kind of automatically get you a Threads if you want one. You feel me? But I got 8,491 followers over there, but the engagement ain't like that for real, which is wild. I don't know what Zuckerberg doing with that one. You feel me? But they got your boy. Oh, I got one joint over here, that Braun joint, doing well over there. 550 likes, 56 rethreads, I guess. But that's light work. That bitch got 1.1 million views on Instagram and 1.6 million views on Facebook. So that's still light. But at the end of the day, my shit is growing, and it's only me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any help with this shit. This is just me. And it's tough. And I'm doing that in the midst of, remember, my most lucrative business is educational consulting. I'm an expert at helping your child. If your child is a Mississippian, okay, and they have to take a U.S. history state test, I'm an expert in helping your child pass that state test, particularly if your child is a black child, okay, because I know us and I know how to talk to us and I know how to translate. I know how to code switch, basically, okay. I know how to switch from standard high society or just simply standard English or the King's English or the kind of English that shows up on these standardized tests. I know how to speak that fluently, but I also know how to speak that hood shit. Okay. And I can translate this shit for your child and get your child to pass that test. And because I'm the best at that, I get paid handsomely on a per day basis when I hit that road and go do that. You feel me? Oh, but meanwhile, I've been trying to help my mama beat this I'm helping my mama beat this cancer. And oh yeah, I'm being a father and I'm being a husband. You feel me? Shit is tough. And sometimes I do feel alone. Like I think about put it on some, the genesis of put it on some. The idea behind put it on some came between me and my brother Tim G. Jacob, just talking about sports on the phone all the time and just saying, damn, man, we might well do this. And I'm the type of motherfucker, I don't want to just talk about it. I want to go ahead and do it. So goddamn, I went and bought a camera and we started doing it. And the idea initially was to have OGs talking to youngins. So it's supposed to be like me and my brother Timothy Jacob talking to some of my young boys about sports, and you would see the generational divide and be entertained by that. And we did that somewhat. If you go watch the very first episode and put it on something, that's what you'll see. The quality is horrible. My hosting is not great by my standards. But that was the genesis of it. We're just around my kitchen table, me and my brother drinking, my young boys trolling me. Um, and that's what put it on some was for a while. And then my young boys stopped coming. So then it started just be me and my brothers. Then the pandemic hit. And so then we shut it down for a while because I was like, nobody was going around anybody. But then my brother Tim G. Jacob told me about StreamYard and suggested that we, keep this shit going on StreamYard. So we started doing that. So then me and the brothers started put it on some on there. Me, Tim G. Jacob, my brother JoJo, my brother Ray Caesar Leo. We would get on there. We've had guests like my partner Jason Clay. I've had my partner Martin Leverett on. I think I've had my partner Robert Patty on as well. May have had a few others. And that was good. That was fun. We weren't getting a lot of views whatsoever. I'm talking about segments might have. If I put out 8 segments per episode, shit, that bitch might get 80 views, 100 views total. Because I wasn't covering the right shit. At that time, my idea was to pay attention to what Skip Bayless and Shannon Shaw were talking about and what Stephen A and them were talking about. And my thought was, okay, they have researchers, you know what I'm saying? So they know what hits. They know what hits nationwide and stuff like that. So whatever they're talking about, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it in a real way and unfiltered way. And that's what's going to be the difference. But that shit was not working. That shit was not making y'all click on it. The shit was entertaining, but only to the people who clicked on it. And there was very few. But then Deion Sanders came to Jack State University. And those shows talked about that because he's Deion Sanders. So that's a national story. So, of course, I talked about it. That was a national story that also happened to be a local story. And when I posted that shit, I remember waking up one morning and I'm like, man, I checked the numbers. I'm like, it's happening. Shit was going crazy. And it hit me. I'm like, damn, you idiot. You fucking idiot. You've been sitting up here trying to get your way into a market that's saturated. You up here trying to compete with these big boys with segments about the Lakers, segments about the Dallas Cowboys, segments about, all the big shit that you see First Take and Undisputed talk about. But bruh, what about this shit over here that you come from? Your mama didn't graduate from Jack State. Your sister at the time was a professor at Jack State, graduate of Jack State. You've gone and sat your ass down in these classes at Jack State. That's how you earn your teacher's license. Passionate fan base, and you ain't talking about them. That's idiotic. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, bruh, go local, focus local. And when I started to do that, man, the subscriptions just started to bam, bam. They started to blow, dog. And so I just leaned into that. I leaned into that, and it feels good because that's what matches my brand any motherfucking way. Me sitting up here talking about all that other shit don't even match what I'm a pro-black motherfucker. You understand me? That does not mean I'm anti-white. I'm not anti-Latino. I'm not anti-Asian. None of that shit. Fuck you if you try to call me a race. I'm pro-black. You feel me? My people have been downtrodden in this bitch since 1619. Okay, so they need motherfuckers like me to be pro-black. So covering Jackson State University fits perfectly with who I am. And that provided me with a floor, a base for this particular show. And I leaned into that. And that grew my audience. And I've been very appreciative of my audience. Now, I can't leave out those of y'all who fuck with me because of my coverage of Sha'Carri Richardson in track. Y'all know Olympics coming up. I'm going to be covering that. You know what I'm talking about? Because before I started covering Jackson State shit, those were my biggest segments. Talking about Sha'Carri. Those of y'all that fuck with me for my WNBA coverage, I've had some big numbers off that. I appreciate y'all. You feel me? Of course, I appreciate all y'all who fuck with me because of my shorts and stuff like that. Okay. But I'm just put it on something. It's been my Jackson State coverage. It's been my coverage of the WNBA. It's been my coverage of Sha'Carri Richardson, but mainly my coverage of Jackson State University. And I thank God for y'all. You feel me? But again, it does get lonely because again, look what I'm talking about. We went from me and my homies and my youngins to just me and my homies. Then it went from me and Tim G, Ray Caesar, Leo, and JoJo to just me, Tim G, and Ray Caesar Leo. Then it went to me and just Tim G. And now it's just me. And that's tough. That's tough. But I know my brothers love me. They are incredible friends. But sometimes you got to realize your dream is not everybody else's dream. You feel me? Your goals are not everybody else's goals. They may still love you, but what you envision may not be their vision. And I realized that. And so here I am. Solo dolo for the promo on episode 200. Here with you. And I thank y'all so much. Y'all know I'm Mr. Consistent with this shit too now. Usually I'm hitting your ass every motherfucking week. But I had to take that big break because I had to hit them streets and go make that money for my family, for my educational consulting business. I had to also focus and make sure I was handling business for those children that I was servicing, those teachers that I was servicing. Then all this health shit with my mother and this cancer. And then when I do get a chance to be with my wife and children, I got to do that. I got that, I got to do that. I want to do that. So I haven't been able to devote time to this. But I thank God for those of y'all who stuck with me. Okay. I hope I make you proud. And I hope that you stay with me through the duration of my journey. Everything I'm doing is working, y'all. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out strategically what to do next and how to do it. I know what to do next. I just need to figure out how to do it, how to get it executed, because now I'm at the point that I do need some help with a few things. Okay. To execute this next step, I need some help. And that's been hard finding real help. So if you're a real one out there, especially if you're connected to Jack State University, that's a university, that's a school. There are minds up there, brilliant minds up there. And I know somebody's up there that can help me execute this plan. Okay, so if you got a videographer out there, if you got if you're a videographer out there, if you know a videographer, if you know editor, uh, actors, dancers, anybody like that can help me. There's some visuals I need. Okay, my social media following is growing. I'm going viral pretty much every month. You know what I'm talking about? Like now, if I just drop the right record that I already got, records that I already know people like for my marketing of these records 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I know these records work, but now I need some good visuals to go with them, some well-edited short videos to go with them, and let that shit blow, and we out of here. We out of here. And then y'all can point to your homeboy first at the BET Awards or one of these ones. You can say, I was there when he was building that empire. So if you know somebody that can help me, tell them to get at me. All right? They can hit me up on Instagram at first_realist_100. On Twitter is at first_realist. Facebook, just simply look up first letter. Make sure you put the $ in first. On Threads is at first_realist_100, just like Instagram. But tell them to hit me up. If they're talented, if they're highly motivated, and they tell them to check me out. If they believe, we can goddamn get to this money. Real money. Okay? Because what I want to do is, of course, take care of my family. But I also want to positively impact this world. I would like to change the world. Okay? But at any rate, as I always say, God bless the real ones. I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being down with me and helping me make it to episode 200 of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on, son.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel, because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.